Hello, everyone. Is my voice coming through? My agenda said that I was supposed to start at 5:05 sharp. So, so I want to thank Kristen for putting the pictures on the screen and reminding us that it wasn't that long ago we could stand in close proximity to each other. It's a good reminder, and hopefully we'll be back there soon. So, hello for those people that don't know. I'm Tracy Olett. I'm the president of the Medicine Hat and District Chamber, and I'm also representing MMP LLP this evening. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I'd like to thank you all for being here tonight for our President's Reception, Membership Appreciation, and AGM. We want to have a special thank you to some of our special guests, His Worship, Mayor Ted Clugston, along with CAO Bob Nicolay, the Alberta Chambers of Commerce, second Vice Chair and past President of our Chamber, Aaron Fleming, and exclusive Chambers Group Insurance Plan Advisor, Joanne. I can never get your last name right, Joanne. I'm so sorry, I'm about to butcher it. No, I'm not even gonna do it. Joanne is just, her first name speaks just Joanne. That's what you need. Chamber Insurance, Joanne. We're not gonna butcher her name. All right, and so I'd also like to recognize our 2019-20 Board of Directors. So we've got first Vice Chair, not for much longer, Marcus Campbell joining us, Terralta and AirTac Limited. Second Vice Chair, Scott Lair, Shortgrass Ranches. Treasurer, Brett Pudwell, EBT, Chartered Professional Accountants. Past President, not for much longer, Sarah Lorraine Mckenzie, the Home Team, Royal LePage Community Realty and Mckenzie Eye Care. Trevor Anhill, RBC Mobile Mortgage Specialist. Sarah Franchetto, RBC Royal Bank. Steve Hyde, Lacey Homes. Sarah Cook, Bishop Cook Lawyers. Tammy Sweeney, Canelta Center. And Regan Weeks, Prairie Rose School Division number 8. Thank you to each board member and their commitment for their commitment of their time and dedication to this organization over this past year. It has been an interesting one, and it's, you know, we all needed to pitch in, so thank you. So at 5:07, I'm right on time, guys. So at 5:07, I'm to call this meeting to order. So I'd like to do it right now. I'd like to have confirmation of quorum. Marcus, I think that's your role. Oh, he's adding them up. Or are we good? We're good. All right, we have quorum. We're allowed to move ahead. And oh, we're ahead of schedule already. Nice work. So adoption of the agenda. Could I call for a motion from the floor? Stephen Pudwell is on my screen. Could I have a seconder? Oh, and everyone disappeared. And Trevor, I saw you. Thank you for that. I assume there was no amendments. We're just, because there's already motion. Sorry, guys. And then all in favor. Thank you. Oh, look at that. We have a poll that popped up. So just click in there if you're in favor. Thank you. I'm not sure if somebody's giving me, okay, there we go. Thank you for sharing the results. That motion was carried. Could we also have a motion to adopt the minute, or I guess, are there any amendments to the minutes? Okay, so can we have a motion to adopt the minutes? Marcus, thank you. Scott, as a seconder, thank you. We will then have our poll to see if we're in favor. There we go. Just waiting on the results of our voting. Bear with us, guys. This is the new normal for right now. So thank you. There we go. Motion has passed. Thank you to everybody that voted there. So we're going to start out with our message from the chamber, a year in review. So I think we're going to cut to a video. Maybe.
Hi, I'm Tracy Olett, and I'm the current chair of the Medicine Hat and District Chamber. When getting ready to reach a destination, there are just a few certainties, your starting and ending points. Along the way, there may be detours, construction zones, red lights, or slow-moving traffic. But as long as you know where you're going, you can adjust your path and reach your final destination. At the Chamber, our journey is guided by our principles of connections, support, and influence. Like a navigation system, they bring our destination into focus and they guide our decisions along the way. We use these principles to set our strategic priorities, and from there, our roadmap emerges and the path is suddenly bright and obvious. Our chamber is our members. Our focus is ensuring our members have access to all the services they need to succeed. Whether that is advocacy efforts, cost savings, connections, information, we are there. We also want to make sure no business in our community was left behind. This was key this year more than ever. When the pandemic placed obstacles in our path, our chambers shone their light bright so all organizations could find their way. And we're not done. We are committed to growing our benefit offerings and support services. As our members evolve, so will we. Speaking of that, we saw a lot of change this year. We were more virtual than ever before, and we expanded our communication in every way. It has made us better, and it's going to allow us to be more flexible and dynamic in the future. We continue to look for ways to expand our service delivery to where our members are. Through the pandemic, we saw organizations from all corners of the region step forward in an effort to help our business community, a unified goal to support our community and to make sure organizations survive and, where possible, thrive. Visionary volunteer leadership is a strategic priority of the Chamber, and I can say this was front and center as new initiatives all over the region came to fruition. While it took the hard work of many organizations, I was so proud of our Chamber team and our board for all the effort they put in and the accomplishments they had. This Chamber has been in place since 1900. We have had to change our route many times along the way, but we have always kept true to our destination. Our 125th anniversary is upcoming, and I know we will be proud of the legacy we have generated. When we started this year, we didn't realize the challenges ahead. However, knowing our destination and relying on our vision and mission as markers meant that our organization is being guided by a steady hand on the wheel and a map that shows us how to keep fueling our business community today, tomorrow, and into the future. As we continue our journey forward, we encourage each one of you to come along for the ride so we can all reach our destination together. Thank you.
That was the edited Tracy. Now you get the live version, not nearly as polished. So, and thank you to the team that did that video. That's great. We're going to be incorporating those as we go through. So the other thing that I didn't mention in that speech is one of the tools in our toolkit that we have was our executive director. And obviously, we all know Lisa. We're all very appreciative of everything that Lisa does for this board, for the Chamber, and for our community. And she was awarded this year Executive of the Year during the Canadian Chamber of Commerce AGM and Policy Convention. So that was in September 2019. So that just demonstrates the commitment that she has continued to give to the Chamber as a whole, not just locally, but frankly across the nation. As part of our continual drive to improve and meet our business community needs, we are currently conducting a business survey that will help guide our board, our vision, and our strategies as we strive continually to meet the needs of our business community. Watch for that in your mailbox, and please take a few moments to speak with our students who are helping us to research and to provide your feedback so that we can better serve you. We want to take this opportunity to extend a thank you to our community builder members. Your partnership and commitment help us further our strategic goals and build a sense of community, enabling us to become stronger together. These members are at the bottom of our website, and they include Be Clean Building Maintenance Inc., Best Western Premier and Executive Residency, Big Marble Farms Inc., Canadian Natural Resources Limited, CF Industries Limited, CIBC, Medicine Hat Mall, CORE, Clients Ongoing Rehabilitation and Equality Association, Enclave Ventures Inc., Cooley Ridge Development, Goodyear Canada Inc., Great Canadian Oil Change, Jim Pattison Broadcast Group, My 96 and Chat 94.5, Medicine Hat Nissan, Methanex Corporation, Safety Buzz Campus, Sedona North, Redcliffe Kinesiology, South Country Co-op Limited, Tim Hortons, EIWM Holdings Limited, Trican Well Service. Now we'll take a deeper dive into the actual work that has furthered our goals, which is another video.
I think it's me. Oh, and I'm really dark. Bad lighting in the office. When we map out our destination, there are just a couple of certainties: where you start and where you want to arrive. Along the way, there may be detours, traffic jams, and maybe even an occasional snowdrift. But as long as you know where you're going, you can always adjust your path to reach that final destination, charting the roadmap for our future. This year has no doubt proved to be challenging, and while the roadblocks seemed a bit daunting at times, they also made us dig deep as a community to find ways to steer our way around the obstacles and find our path forward. Now more than ever, we have recognized the importance of planning and working together. The check engine light went on for us, and so we've changed our transmission. We transitioned our database, we upgraded our dashboard with new technology, and we're test driving new platforms and programs all the time. Knowing the destination we want to reach, and with the desire to make sure our passengers, you, our members, arrive safely at our destination together with us. Our passengers, of course, include our board, our operations team, our members, but this year we've also accessed student talent and funding to assist us with our transition and implementation strategies. Hannah Dupuy was instrumental in helping us with policy research and development and implementation of our new communication strategies this past year. Our student talent also helped us adjust to staff transitions and departures both last fall and this fall. Kristen Walsh, who's been the brains behind our events, transitioned as a student work term to a full-time employee after the departure of one of our staff last fall, and we were able to leverage additional student talent with one summer student in July and August, and a team of students helping us with some of our research this fall to help chart our future path forward. This has allowed us to reduce our core team size, but still implement projects with student resources that we've been able to leverage. We have more student partnerships ahead, and we hope that you'll leverage these opportunities as well. So if you're interested in how student talent can help your business, please do connect with us. We've seen the value firsthand. Through this whole journey, we've gained new insights that have helped us enhance our services and drive us forward, forging new partnerships. These partnerships have only worked to capitalize on, strengthen our service delivery and capitalize on the collective resources together, demonstrating that we are truly stronger together. In 2019, we signed a MOU with the college to advance work integrated learning opportunities with our student body. We launched a landing page with a focus on workforce development, connecting employers to a student labor force to help with key projects and assisting students gain the skills they need to succeed. We encouraged entrepreneurship and business leadership through our support of the Medicine Hat College annual pitch competition, sponsoring our up-and-coming entrepreneurs in their business journey, while also providing a scholarship to a business student each year to accelerate their pathway into the workforce. Shop Here was also launched this fall in partnership with Apex Community Futures Encore and Best Medicine Hat in the city of Medicine Hat, in order to assist businesses establish their online presence and make sure they can sustain their business regardless of pandemic measures and possible closures. Our business retention, expansion, and workforce development project within Invest Southeast Alberta also resulted in a newly formed Local First YXH partnership with a number of local partners coming together to promote the benefits of putting local first. We are in the process of building a Local First landing page, recognizing the organizations we have collaborated with, and will provide businesses with marketing toolkits to spread the word about shopping and supporting local. By putting an emphasis on and investing in local first, we're able to support our local economy and overall ecosystem, recognizing that our local businesses are very much part of our life cycle. Our businesses are our friends, neighbors, coaches, service providers, and colleagues around town. They're the ones volunteering and giving back to our local community, and by investing in our local businesses, we in turn are able to support their efforts to give back within our community. We also recognize that without a strong commercial tax base, residents end up having to pay more for the services and benefits we receive as a community. This is why we also rely on our businesses and our business community to engage with us and draw our attention to roadblocks and the issues, processes, and legislation that need improvement so that they can continue to grow, invest, and thrive. I'm going to turn it over to Chantel Fisher, our Membership Services Coordinator. Take it away, Shan.
Thanks, Lisa. As the Membership Services Coordinator and a former business owner myself, I am passionate about helping businesses. In the last few years, membership opportunities were adjusted to ensure that all businesses would have access to all the benefits to help them no matter where they were in their business cycle. Here are the membership numbers, which concluded at the end of August. The Coles notes on each of these investments are: we have our starter membership. This is for new businesses and includes a mentorship program. Our stabilizer membership, which is our most popular as it includes all of our value-added benefits for our members to utilize. Our next group of memberships have access to all the value-added benefits plus some additional perks. You have your connector level, which gives you the opportunity to mentor a new business and the ability to host a networking event or workshop. Our influencer members are for those businesses who want to support our efforts in finding solutions for business through conversations with government. Our promoter members, this investment is structured for those businesses whose main goal is to build their brand and is filled with free and additional discounted advertising opportunities. And our community builders. This level is for those businesses who want to elevate their profile and be partners with us in championing our businesses to the public. Just like businesses had to adjust adjust their operations during the COVID crisis, the way we offered our memberships also changed. We introduced a complimentary trial membership. We have also continued to provide this freemium model and have expanded access by allowing members to level up to the next investment opportunity. As you can see from the membership stats, we've continued to grow our member base, and we are grateful for our business community that they choose to invest in us so that we can continue to help them in any way we can. I was really pleased to host 5 membership events this year. We tried a new Membership 101 series, providing information about the benefits of joining the Chamber family, and got excellent attendance. I will be looking at continue doing these virtually this year, so stay tuned. There was also 2 Chamber Plan Lunch and Learns hosted by our exclusive advisor, Joanne Leckman of Brighton Financial Strategies, that offer great information on the Chamber's group insurance plan. These lunch and learns are designed to open the conversation so that our members have all the information they need so they can take full advantage of their membership. As Lisa mentioned, I was excited to participate and take the lead role in the development of the Local First YXH campaign. Make sure you display your Local First decal and contact me if you would like the social media toolkit and special advertising pricing. As the busy holiday season is upon us, we are offering Christmas shopping coupons launching at the end of November with a special edition of the Voice e-newsletter. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to do so today. Members also have the capability of adding sales, promotions, job posting, events, and more through the Info Hub. You have access to this portal through our new Member Plus app. I am more committed than ever to growing our member benefit offerings and connecting our members to the tools and resources to help them succeed. If you are interested in knowing more about your membership, please feel free to contact me at membership@medicinehatchamber.com. I will now turn it over to Caitlin Lang, our Policy and Communications Coordinator, who will focus on our communications over the past year.
Thanks so much, Shan. Oh. Sorry, can everybody hear me? There was a bit of reverb there. Thanks so much, Shan. I appreciate the intro. Hang on a sec here. Sorry, here we go. Over the last few years, we've developed a marketing and communication strategy to show the community who we are, what we do, and most importantly, how we can help reach business goals. Our plans to roll out our expanded communication strategy were accelerated when we realized the impact that COVID-19 was going to have on our business community. So as a result, in just a few months, we expanded our social media presence from 2 platforms actively using Facebook and Twitter to now using Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. We redesigned pages on our website, which we're also continuing to do this year, to make information easier to access. We also started creating video content like interviews with members and information on supports and funding, and we also redesigned our newsletter to be more dynamic and visual. Lastly, we're using our blog posts to compile all the news from all different levels of government and organizations, and there's quite a bit, and we're making it easier for our members to catch up on the news in just a few minutes because we know how valuable your time is. Our communications channels are also accessible to all our members with opportunities to communicate through our info hub. So you can customize your directory listing, you can post your jobs, promote your sales, and list items for sale or exchange. There are also advertising opportunities available through our newsletter to all of our members. These are already built into the connector, promoter, and community builder levels of membership that Shan talked about, and they allow you to reach a much broader audience. So we really encourage you to take advantage of these opportunities or ask about our individual and bundled advertising options. We're passionate about helping and serving our business community. So if you want to amplify your voice and your message through our 3,400 newsletter subscribers or our over 100,000 website views, please reach out to me at communications@medicinehatchamber.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter, The Voice, to keep up to date on all the latest news and information on support and funding for your business. Now I'm going to pass it off to Chantal Legault, our trade show manager.
Thank you, Caitlin. As the trade show manager, I am pleased to announce that our 2019-2020 year was host to 2 very successful trade shows. Last year, we had visitors from the tip of Vancouver Island all the way to the shores of the Hudson's Bay. We welcomed attendees of all different ages, and we were happy to extend free admission to military personnel as a thank you for their service. Over the past few years, I've worked very hard to build the trade show experience for both of our vendors and consumers. We have developed different theme areas to ensure attendees have a memorable experience and want to return year after year. The Chamber also produces these shows for our business community, as what else can give you face-to-face interactions and personal connections with thousands of people for less than $200 a day. In the fall show, we held our first ever cover photo contest as we wanted to highlight local first and our beautiful city. During our show, our walk-in craft workshops encouraged hands-on fun, and our pumpkins and pets patch was a hit with all the animal lovers and little ones alike. Of course, we had our food alley, which was always a favorite, offering everyone snacks and treats. The first weekend in March show saw the Chamber team back at the Stampede grounds for our annual Sunshine Home and Garden show. We partnered with our local brewery and distillery for our back alley, and our featured children's activity area was the Little Sprouts Garden to promote food sustainability and promoting local food. On Saturday, the spring trade show foreshadowed how important it was to have an emergency plan in place, as an unexpected fire in the mechanical room prompted an evacuation of all the buildings. Because we had the plans in place, we made sure everyone got out quickly and safely, and while maintaining communication during and after the event. Little did we know, we thought that was going to be the most exciting part of our year, but in less than 5 days, everything changed. Canceling our 2020 fall show, which was to be held in October, was a difficult but necessary decision for the health and safety of our community. Still, I have used my time to connect with our businesses through phone calls and emails in the months following the announcement of the global pandemic. Having these conversations with our business community has allowed us to hear the challenges and turn my efforts into exploring new opportunities to better serve you. One of these opportunities is our new Midnight Madness mini market, which will be hosted at the Chamber office tomorrow evening from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Both levels of our building will be used by 15 vendors to showcase their unique products to our community. We are excited to participate in this annual holiday kickoff celebration and to show Medicine Hat the vibrancy of our downtown. With the help of some new sponsors, we have done everything we can to provide a safe environment for everyone who attends. I hope to see you all there. Another opportunity that has come to light from this global pandemic is our recent partnership with Spectrum. Be sure to stay tuned from the Chamber social media for some exciting news in the future. I am also currently planning the spring trade show taking place on March 5th to 7th, 2021, taking into account all health and safety guidelines, as I know how vital it is for businesses right now to make those face-to-face, or should I say mass-to-mass connections. If you are interested in participating or have any questions, you can visit our Chamber webpage or email me at tradeshows@medicinehatchamber.com or give me a call at the Chamber office. I will now pass the virtual microphone over to Kristen Walsh, our events coordinator.
Hi, everyone. Oh, I'm like super dark as well. Wow. That's pretty bad. Sorry, guys. Okay. So stepping into my new role as events coordinator was very exciting, but I sure wasn't expecting the curveballs that were thrown my way this past year. During the 2019-2020 year, we welcomed over 2,000 attendees to 20 events. Before we needed to halt in-person events, we worked with members to host the Network Before 9 and Business After 5 networking events, allowing attendees to make meaningful connections. And in October of 2019, we hosted our First Class Business Awards, with attendees taking part in the celebration, honoring our nominees, our award winners, and partnering with our generous sponsors. The start of 2020 seems so long ago now, but we held our annual State of the City in January, where we had a full room present to learn about what the City of Medicine Hat had accomplished and its plans for the coming year. Then COVID came along, and like so many other of our members, we had to figure out how to adjust to deliver our services in a new environment. We already had the social media conference in the works, so we looked at how we could adjust and deliver this event virtually. Partnering with Joe Social Media, Medicine Hat College, Community Futures, Entrecourt, and Chinook, and Apex Alberta, a series of webinars gave attendees timely information on how to up your online presence. This trend continued when we hosted a membership quarterly meeting, municipal fiscal update, along with our virtual town hall with our MP, Glenn Motts. Even though we know there is still immense value to face-to-face events, we have discovered that having virtual events allows us to offer our networking, professional development, and celebrations in a whole new way. We will carry this delivery method forward and explore new and innovative ways to partner with our sponsors and members to expand our events. Regardless of how we deliver our events, in person or virtual, the reasons why we have events remain grounded in our pillars of connection, support, and influence. I want to make sure that our members have those opportunities to network, learn, and have the chance to have their voices heard. I've spent time researching virtual event platforms, compiling and producing video content like you see today, and for our events and enhancing our communications. I was excited to apply everything I learned during our latest business awards last month. The program was put together with pre-recorded videos, live MCs, and even a remote award delivery. I'm looking forward to experiencing more with these new platforms this year. If you want to see your upcoming events or our upcoming events, have any ideas for us, or need to post your event on our calendars, you can connect with me at events@medicinehatchamber.com. Catherine Tingley, our administrative coordinator, will now speak about our efforts as an organization due to COVID-19. Thank you.
Thanks, Kristen. If 2019-2020 was a road trip, we braked, looked at the map, and shifted gears when the COVID-19 crisis started. Our focus as an organization sharpened, and we were all involved in supporting our business community in the months following the announcement of the global pandemic. Taking in and getting out the information about COVID encompassed all of our communication channels, including weekly videos, interviews, Facebook Live broadcasts, daily and weekly updates, along with establishing our COVID-19 hotline. This is in addition to our regular communication via social media, our website, and newsletter. As a team, we worked together to reach out to our members by making close to 500 calls to check in with the employers and owners. We wanted to see how they were coping, the obstacles they encountered, and what information they were needing on supports and funding. We produced 89 daily and weekly COVID updates that included summarizing information from all levels of government, putting them into a blog post, and then recording a daily video update to make sure the information was as easy to access as possible. Our business community, understandably, had many questions, so we sent information via email with relevant links to various deferrals, loans, funding, and supports. In total, we sent out more than 2,500 emails. Over the last year, we have held virtual events, offered trial memberships, and joined with our chamber network, both provincially and nationally, speaking directly to government to pose solutions for our business community. We have successfully adjusted programs through these calls, like the Canada Emergency Wage Subsidy, Canada Emergency Business Account, and the Canada Emergency Commercial Rent Assistance, to name a few. We are still in this pandemic. We know that while there is a sense of information fatigue, it is still vitally important that we keep gathering information and finding ways to communicate and support our businesses, which is why we encourage you to participate in our business research project, currently underway. If you haven't received a call from one of the students working with us or received an email with the survey link, give us a call. If you have questions, please make sure you reach out to us. If you're wondering about the supports and resources available to you from all levels of government and various organizations, we've compiled them all into one place, our information and resources page on our website. Our board and team are here to support you, and we've emerged more resilient and more determined to keep fueling our business community. And finally, I will turn it back to Lisa.
Thank you so much, Catherine. I have an amazing team, and I'm so fortunate to have a strong team working with us and for our community throughout the pandemic and into the future. And lastly, we'll highlight a bit on the policy front, and obviously a lot of this past year was spent on COVID efforts, but through the feedback we have received, we did focus on municipal advocacy, working on air service, property assessments, purchasing and procurement, consulting on the municipal development plan, red tape reduction, and downtown revitalization, along with overall economic development and the economic recovery task force that was established to respond to the pandemic. With the new municipal development plan, our focus over the next few months will be concentrated on land use and off-site levies, industrial zones, economic development plans, and incentives, along with the city's accelerated financially fit initiative, as we know these priorities are important to our recovery efforts. We had a very successful provincial policy agenda this past year, driving forward issues that impact our agriculture sector, economic development, red tape reduction, and employment legislation, to name a few. We continue to use our policy positions in meetings with government to focus on creating an economic environment that will allow our region to reach its full economic potential. We also further leverage and amplify our voice by bringing our policy agenda to the Alberta Chambers of Commerce. This year, we brought forward a third of all the policies of all chambers across the province to the Alberta Chamber Policy Conference, with all of our policies being adopted provincially. allowing us to leverage the provincial chamber network and their voice to support us on our issues. I wrapped up my term on the Canadian Chamber of Commerce board and as past president of the Chamber of Commerce Executives this past fall in 2019, but I'm proud to see the strategic direction continued and a seat at the table to amplify our voice. As your local chamber, we represent our district on the Canadian Chamber Agriculture and Agri-Food Committee, in addition to participating in the Supply Chain Task Force, the Tourism and Hospitality Task Force, and others that are created as a result of the pandemic and our recovery efforts. The Canadian Chamber of Commerce also partnered with the Government of Canada to build the Canadian Business Resilience Network, providing a resource for all businesses to help them adapt and find the resources they need throughout the pandemic. The effort also centralized the various campaigns and advocacy work related to the pandemic supports, recovery, and the many program adjustments that were required to fill many of the gaps that we had identified. Their policy page demonstrates the active work and successes on issues such as tax deferrals, the wage supports, access to credit and capital, and rent relief, to name a few. In addition, the Chamber Network, in partnership with RBC, was able to launch its own grant funding portal called Canada United, which supported several businesses across Canada. You can find out more at cbrn.ca. You can see from the stats and the numbers, the number of government meetings, letters, and particularly hours spent working on issues that impact you, that we've continued to have a focus on our advocacy and making sure that we're working on behalf of our community. This results in real-time achievements with 13 policy wins for you over just this past year. In addition, we've had over 60 meetings with our national and provincial chamber network, discussing the issues that have surfaced and strategies to support our business community, as well as having meetings and teleconferences with both elected and staff government representatives throughout the pandemic to gain insight into supports and recommend changes, along with furthering discussion around our recovery. Our 9 advocacy events gave members access to government through the Lunch with the Finance Minister last fall. It seems like eons ago. Our federal election forum, which I can't believe was only last year. Our leadership breakfast, State of the City, red tape reduction roundtable, an export development session, our agriculture summit, our town hall featuring our municipal fiscal update, and the virtual session with MP Glenn Moss. Through our membership investment opportunities, we have also had 11 members choose to support us through their influencer memberships, providing us much needed financial support to continue to do the work we do to influence the changes necessary to support our members. The connections we have established with our business community is crucial and has provided even more and has proved to be even more essential during COVID. We're committed to being the conduit between business and government moving forward. And if you're interested in working with us to come up with solutions to the business community's issues, please feel free to connect with Caitlin, our Policy and Communications Coordinator, at policy@medicinehatchamber.com. If you're experiencing a business issue, you can also let us know anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, through our online forum on our website. I'm now going to turn it back over to Tracy. Thank you for your patience and enduring this with us. Hopefully it was entertaining enough to keep you intrigued. And Tracy is going to recognize our new members for the year.
Thank you, Lisa, and thank you to the whole team. The fact that you guys all came to the AGM and got to present this year, I think is really valuable, and it brings a different perspective to those of us that don't get to see that on a day-to-day basis, so thank you. If you'll turn to page 7 of your AGM package, you'll see a list of our new members for the 2019 to 2020 fiscal year, and we are happy to report there's 130 members there, so that is fantastic. I'd like to get a motion from the floor to adopt these 130 groups as new members. And I will need cameras on, although seeing everybody is tricky here. Oh yeah, perfect, thank you. So Marcus, I've got you. Steve Hyde, were you waving as a seconder? Yes, thank you. Perfect. And could I get an all in favor vote button? Thank you. So please vote. Just waiting for the results to come back. Thank you, 100%, unanimous, yay. Okay, so also I'd like to introduce you guys to Brent Pudwell. He's our board treasurer and he's going to present our financial statements.
If everybody could turn to page 14 of the AGM package, that's where the statements start here. So the 2019-2020 year has continued to keep the Medicine Hat and District Chamber of Commerce financially stable, even in the midst of COVID-19. This is primarily due to the Chamber's major revenue generating activities having been completed prior to the start of the pandemic. In addition, the wage subsidies and the Canadian Emergency Business Loan have assisted the Chamber through the pandemic, particularly with the knowledge that we will not be able to hold the Great West Home and Leisure Show this year. That event is one of the Chamber's major fundraisers for the year and has assisted in providing revenue to subsidize membership dues and supporting events and activities through the Chamber. With membership revenues on the decline due to some business closures and the financial hardships of businesses, as well as the cancellation of some of our revenue generating events, we are projecting a net loss for the 2020-2021 year. However, the revenues gained this past fiscal year will assist in offsetting losses projected for 2020-2021. I invite you to turn to the Statement of Operations on page 16. While most projects have remained relatively consistent year over year, there has been a decline in trade show income and increased expenses in both communications and our agribusiness initiatives. Efforts in communications have been demonstrated through our brand refresh, new collateral, and new website that were launched pre-COVID, and an increased effort in communications to our members and community as a result of the COVID-19 crisis. We have reduced administrative overhead and focused on investment opportunities while looking at new options for revenue generation moving forward. We are fortunate that there has been a focused effort by management over the past 10 years to build year-over-year surpluses that would be able to be held and invested not only for capital improvements and initiatives, but to provide us with a cushion we have in these uncertain economic times. I invite you to take a couple minutes and review the financials, and I would welcome any questions.
Are you doing the next part, Brett, or do you want me to?
I think I can.
Okay.
So, hearing no questions, as Treasurer of the Medicine Hat and District Chamber of Commerce, I propose the following motions. Can I please get a motion to adopt the August 31st, 2020 financial statements as circulated? I see Marcus and Scott. So is there any discussion? I think, can we grab a vote? Right. Can I please have a mover and a seconder to waive the requirement that the Medicine Hat and District Chamber of Commerce present audited financial statements in exchange for reviewed financial statements? I see Stephen, and the seconder Marcus. Any discussion? I'll call for a vote. Can I please get a mover and a seconder to appoint the accounting firm of Johnson, Morrison, Hunter & Co. Professional Corporation to perform the review of the Medicine Hat and District Chamber of Commerce financial statements for the 2020-2021 fiscal year. Steve, Trevor, any discussion? Call a vote. That motion is carried. I will now pass the meeting back to our president, Tracy Olett.
Thanks, Brett. So under the Board of Trade Act, under which we are formed, we are required to hold our elections of our Board of Directors and executive members at our annual general meeting. As such, I will now turn it over to our past president for the 2019-2020 year and the chair of the Leadership Development Committee, Sarah Mckenzie.
Hi there. If you guys can turn to 26 of your AGM package, you will find our slate of candidates. We have presented as a list of nominees to our members this past spring, and the following individuals were selected by the majority of our members to be presented on the slate for election. The individuals chosen through ballots cast by our membership include Les Scholly and Mark Keller. So just pause here, a video will pop up.
Hi there, my name is Les Scholly, and I'm a partner with Pritchard & Co. law firm in Medicine Hat, and I'm a proud, newly incoming director of the Chamber. And for me, the Chamber is one of those organizations that's truly interested in the benefit and the success of all its members. And in some ways, it's like your coach for Little League Baseball or soccer when you're starting out, where that coach is really enthusiastic and really wants everybody to be successful. And that's really, to me, what the Chamber is like. For me, the value of the Chamber that I've received both individually and through our firm is the ability to be involved in networking opportunities, which includes the before 9 and after 5 networking events, which I have attended and our firm has been a sponsor of, as well as the Chamber Awards Gala and the Chamber Connect. And what's really interesting and beneficial to me is that I find these really a good way to connect with local businesses and understand what they're doing, and are really good networking opportunities. Now, the reason I was interested in joining the board was that I really am impressed with the core values of the Chamber and feel that they align with what's important to me as well, which truly in my work as a lawyer is ensuring that my clients are successful in their endeavors and doing what I can to facilitate that. And I really feel that the Chamber does a similar role in helping all of its members to be as successful as possible. As well, I'm hoping to incorporate my legal skills to assist the board, and as well learn some new skills as well involving in the Chamber too.
Hi, I'm Mark Keller. I work here at Medicine Hat College, and my mission today is to tell you a little bit about why I think the Chamber of Commerce is a good thing in Medicine Hat. Well, to start with, I've worked in post-secondary education for just over 30 years now. I've worked at 4 different institutions. And one thing I know that's true here, and pretty much everywhere that I work, but I very much value it here at Medicine Hat College, is the true belief in students. And we focus on their needs, what they do, their careers, their learning. But let's face it, that's incomplete unless a student is getting a job. So when I think about the Chamber and I think about the value to Medicine Hat College, I think about connections, because the Chamber does business very well. We do students very well. So I think there's a natural connection if Medicine Hat College works with the Chamber of Commerce in our city. It makes sense. And I think when you consider the role that the Chamber can play for many people, it's about connections. So think Chamber, think connections. That's a good place to be.
Okay, these individuals will join our existing directors on the board who are serving another term in accordance to our policies. As such, I am pleased to present the slate of candidates for 2021 year for the director position of the chamber, as listed on page 26. Your slate are Marcus Campbell, Terrelta and AirTech, President, or I guess not yet, Scott Laird, Shortgrass Ranches, Trevor Anhel, RBC Mortgage Specialist, Brett Pudwell, EBT Chartered Accountant Professionals, Tracy Olett, MNP, Sarah Cook, Bishop Cook Lawyers, Sarah Franchetto, RBC Royal Bank, Reagan Weeks, Prairie Rose School Division, Steve Hyde, Lacey Holmes, Les Scholly, Pritchard and Company, and Mark Keller with the Medicine Hat College. Just pause for one more video here.
Hi, I'm Sarah Cook, partner with Bishop Cook Lawyers. I'm entering into my 5th year of being a director on the Medicine Hat and District Chamber Board of Directors, and I'm thrilled to have made this decision. The lasting connections that I've made with other board members, with Lisa and her staff, and with members of the business community has truly been remarkable. One thing I didn't overly appreciate about the Chamber and its mandate was their ability to advocate on policies on behalf of businesses here in Medicine Hat. I've seen policies that have been developed grassroots, taken to local, provincial, and national levels. And during my tenure on the board, we've actually been able to mark some of these as complete, and that is truly a great accomplishment. If it wasn't apparent before COVID, it sure is now, but to see Lisa, the staff, and the board rally around the business community and to influence and support these businesses during these trying times has been something that I never could have possibly imagined. I would say that it's not even members, but non-members that have benefited from this. And it doesn't matter what type of business you have or what your lot is in life, but the Chamber has truly been behind everybody in the community and supporting them in terms of keeping us updated on what's going on government-wise and the supports that are available to business that can keep us open and keep us safe at the same time. So I just want to thank you all for tuning in to our AGM and hope you have a great night, and looking forward to seeing you all out and supporting the Chamber.
Hi, I'm Sarah Franchetto, Business Account Manager with RBC Royal Bank and a Director on the board of the Chamber of Commerce. I joined the board because I wanted to be an advocate for and support the businesses in our community. The Chamber has provided me the opportunity to connect with many business owners in our city. I feel like the Chamber is a very important part of our business community because they can and do influence and affect change for the betterment of our business community. And a strong and thriving business community makes for a strong and thriving community in general.
Hello, this is Reagan Weeks, Deputy Superintendent of Prairie Rose School Division, as well as the President of the South Alberta Hockey Academy, and I am fortunate to be a Director on the board of the Chamber of Commerce. And so one of the things I love most about being a part of this group is the opportunity to connect with people from all over Medicine Hat and different businesses that has led to partnerships and opportunities that certainly wouldn't have had otherwise. I'm certainly grateful for the Chamber's ability to influence policy and help us move forward in a way that's best for Medicine Hat business owners and residents. And one of the things that I'm also really fortunate to have is the support from the Chamber of Commerce. As we figured out how to navigate this global pandemic, their support has been so valuable as we attempt to sort out solutions that work best for the people who live here.
Hi there, I'm Steve Hyde with Lacey Holmes. There are many things I find of value as a member of the Medicine Hat and District Chamber of Commerce. However, this year, the support they're providing businesses through a pandemic is unbelievable. The resources and connections to solutions are absolutely second to none. When I started my term as a board member, I was excited just to do a small part to give back to the community. Now, I am proud to be part of a board that supports such an amazing team. The work they do for the business community has an impact and a real influence on decisions that are made at all levels of government. Decisions that we can't change as individuals. In short, I am a proud Chamber member. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Stephen Pinewood. I am the General Sales Manager for Jim Pattison Broadcast Group.
Our station operates award-winning broadcast mediums, Chat 94.5, I-96, Chat Television, chatnewstoday.ca, and farmnewsnow.com. I know there are multiple reasons to join the Chamber of Commerce and be a part of its board. I joined the board as a director because I wanted to get to know more about our business community. No matter the size of business in our city, it needs to be celebrated and it needs to be heard. Being a director has helped me become more informed about the future plans for Medicine Hat and find out what businesses need to be successful in our area. Every day I've been given the opportunity to meet people and learn what matters most to their organization. I truly believe the foundation of a healthy community is a strong economy.
As the Chamber goes through a thorough nomination process, including in-depth interviews with nominees, followed by a ballot vote by the membership each spring, we are confident in the representatives presented on this slate before you this evening. However, in accordance to our bylaws, we are still required to ask if there are any other nominations out there in the virtual world to be considered. Hearing none, can I please have a mover and a seconder to elect the slate of candidates as presented for the 2021 term? I'm going to go with Brett because I can see you, and Les Scholly, you're the next person I see because I haven't seen anybody else put their hands up. And I'm going to call for any discussion. Now, here we go. Perfect. So just vote in favor or opposed. Perfect. Congratulations. We would also like to present our slate of candidates for the executive positions of the Medicine Hat District Chamber of Commerce for the 2021 year. The slate includes Marcus Campbell for the position of president, Scott Laird for the position of first vice president, Trevor Anhel for the position of second vice president, and Brett Pudwell for the position of treasurer. Can I have a mover and a seconder for, oh, wait, one sec. I got ahead of myself. Video here first of Marcus.
Hey everybody, Marcus Campbell with the Medicine Hat District Chamber, board member since 2017 and business owner of Teralta and Airtech in our lovely city. That's one of the things that I'm most proud of is the city that I live in. I can't think of a better place to raise a family and own a business. When I first became a board member of the chamber, I was back in 2017. I just tied my chamber membership to trade shows. But since 2017, I've had an opportunity to become more educated. And it's really quite impressive the voice that our chamber has. When we ask for meetings with municipal or provincial leaders, we typically get them. It's because we advocate for important issues. And that's one of the most important things that I think I've learned with my time at the chamber. I've been lucky enough to attend some fairly high profile meetings in Edmonton and within the city of Medicine Hat. So we certainly have a strong voice, which can help influence decisions that can help support our local businesses. Given what we've gone through with this pandemic and the landscape of how we operate our businesses on a day-to-day basis has changed. And I think the chamber did a wonderful job of pushing the messaging. You know, there was a ton of information coming through when this pandemic first started, and really proud of what our chamber did and how well Lisa and her team, you know, delivered the information, and because that was really important for small businesses. You know, and I think what we've gone through today, there's more of a need and a want to support our local community. And I think the Chamber is the essence of that, with what we are trying to do and the direction that we're moving in. I've never been more proud to be a member of the Chamber. And for me, as a small business owner, the value of my membership has never been greater.
Excellent video. Are there any other nominations from the floor for this position of president? Hearing none, may I please now have a mover and seconder? Scott and Les, thank you very much. Oh, any discussion? And then now we'll go for a vote. Amazing. Congratulations, Marcus. This motion has been carried. We have Scott Lair as our proposed first vice president. Here's a word from Scott.
Hi, my name is Scott Lair. Our family farm, Shortgrass Ranches, has been an active member of the Medicine Hat District Chamber of Commerce for many years. The Chamber has been an integral part of the success of the local business community and has an incredible team of individuals, right from the board up through the amazing staff that gets things done on a day-to-day basis to our Executive Director, Lisa. The Chamber's ability to connect with the local business community about the things that they need to succeed and then quickly turn around and put policies in place to advocate on businesses' behalf is truly inspiring. Its ability to advocate so strongly is because our team is very well respected by government and the Chamber network. This respect has led to many personal connections that allows the Chamber to connect and influence at the local, provincial, and federal levels. Agriculture has always been an important part of the local economy and was involved in the start of our Chamber in 1900. In the past few years, it has been great to see a renewed interest in agriculture by the Chamber. Several great policies have been written to support agriculture with the input of local producers, stakeholders, and the business community. Policies that have been taken up through the Chamber network and adopted at the provincial and national levels as well. It's because of the Chamber's ability to connect and influence the way that it does that I was excited for the opportunity last year to join the Chamber team as a director. An honor to be part of the executive as second vice president and chair of the Agribusiness Council. Thanks everyone for tuning in this evening and have a great evening.
Thanks, Scott. Those were great words. Are there any nominations from the floor from the position of first vice president? Hearing none, may I have a mover and a seconder? Corey Fisher, thank you. And Sarah Cook, wonderful, thanks. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll now call for a vote. Wonderful, welcome to First Vice President Scott. We have Trevor Anhel as our proposed second vice president on the slate. Here's a few words from Trevor.
Hello everyone, it's Trevor Anhel with RBC. Thank you so much for joining us. I've had the pleasure of living in Medicine Hat for several years and getting to know and work with many of you. My favorite part about our chamber is the people. Lisa and the team, the entire board, our members, everyone cares so deeply about the city and our business community. What inspired me to join as a board member is the way our chamber pulls our community together as one, strives to make everyone feel at home and included through our advocacy, events such as our Business After 5, Networking Before 9. Just by attending one of these events gives members the opportunity to meet new connections and feel more at home. I know the pandemic has pushed us all back on our heels, and these events may look different in the future, but Lisa and team have done a phenomenal job in leveraging digital to keep you informed, advocate, be here for you to find new ways to continue to bring our business community together. Thank you, and I hope each and every one of you have a great evening.
Wonderful. Thanks for those words, Trevor. Are there any nominations from the floor for the position of second vice? Hearing none, may I please have a mover and seconder to put the Trevor forward? All right, I'm gonna say Aaron and Marcus, as I can't see anybody else right now raising their hands. Call for discussion. Hearing none, we can go to a vote. Awesome. Welcome to Executive Trevor. We have Brett Pudwell as our proposed treasurer. Here's a few words from Brett.
I joined the Chamber to try and give back to the city of Medicine Hat. I've been born and raised in Medicine Hat, as well as my parents before me. I love living here. So a couple years ago, I looked for an opportunity that would allow me to give back to the city and its business community. The Chamber was brought up through my work, and I've served the last few years now. I've really enjoyed the opportunity to connect with the city as well as the businesses involved in it. You know, part of the Chamber that I didn't really realize and that I've really grown to appreciate is how much influence the Chamber has, not just in Medicine Hat in Alberta, but in Canada. Through multiple opportunities I've had with our team, I've learned what our voice really can do on a national scale, as well as provincially and in the city itself. I've met lots of great people, both through connections with the Chamber and serving on the board. I've developed friendships, and you know, I've really grown to appreciate what the Chamber means. I'm looking forward to developing more connections in the future and continuing to serve the business community of Medicine Hat.
Awesome. Thank you, Brett, for your words. Are there any other nominations from the floor for the position of treasurer? Hearing none, I would like to ask for a mover and seconder. Ruby Bridges and Sarah Cook, thank you. Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to mute myself there. At this time, we invite Mayor Ted Clugston to perform, oh wait, forgot to vote for you. While we wait, I'd say if there's ever a conference again, it's worthwhile going with Brett. You learn lots of interesting facts. Awesome. Welcome again back to the board. At this time now, can I please invite Mayor Ted Clugston to perform the oath of office for our executive?
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yep.
So before starting their duties of each office, each officer shall take the oath. And so I would call upon Marcus Campbell, President of the Chamber, Scott Lair, First Vice President, Trevor Anhill, Second Vice President, and Brett Pudwell, Treasurer, to take the oath. And we will perform the ceremony as a group this year versus each individual taking it on their own. But you have, I'm assuming you have the oath in front of you?
Yep. Gotcha.
And whether or not there's a Bible in front of you, that's your choice. And normally we actually do use a Bible. And I will ask, maybe I'll count down 3, 2, 1, and then all 4 of you can say the oath. So everybody ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
I swear
that I will faithfully and truly
perform my duty as an executive
member of the Chamber,
and that
I will all matters connected to
discharge of that duty,
do all things
and only such
things as I truly and conscientiously believe to be apt
to
promote the objects for which the board was constituted
according
to the true intent and meaning of the same.
Awesome. That's for our first go at that. That was pretty well done.
Good.
You know, congratulations to the 4 of you. And as you know, I believe the city is a good partner with the Chamber, And I look forward to working with all of you for the next 11 months-ish, because we're moving into an election this year, a civic election. So congratulations. And on behalf of City Council, all the best.
Thank you, Ted. And congratulations to our newly elected executive. I hope you enjoy your time as much as I have while on the board. It has been a great privilege to have had the opportunity to serve amongst some fine individuals. I have built great friendships and have grown personally during my chamber journey. There have been many times of celebration as we saw success in our advocacy efforts, lots of laughs as we learned some of our colleagues' hidden talents. There has also been times of tears, as in everything else in life. There are good days and bad days. It is an amazing team of individuals who have carried me and many others on. Lean on one another, communicate, celebrate the little wins, ask for help, and let go of what you can. Life is heavy without a pandemic. There will always be a need to advocate for business and our community, no matter who is in government. Know that the role each of you play is important and contributes to building success in our region. Thank you to each of you who have supported me during my time on the chamber, and thank you for all each of you do. Our community truly is remarkable in coming together no matter the reason. And now, Tracy Olett will pass the ceremonial gavel to our new president, Marcus Campbell.
Oh no. Sorry guys. Okay, I lost my place for a second, but I know where we're at. So thank you to everyone. It's been an amazing year. It was a challenging year in a lot of ways, and I grew as a human and as a business owner and as a business advisor and a volunteer. I grew and learned so much through all of this year, and I was so appreciative to make so many connections. And as much as a pandemic is put things in our path, I think that there's been a lot of opportunities that I definitely will reflect on later in life and see that this was a real changer of a year in terms of growth. So thank you. And thank you to each individual one of you showing up on my page. I know that you all put a ton of work into these volunteer roles, and I know you do it after you're done your 8-hour day at work, or maybe it's not 8 hours, maybe it's longer. So thank you. Just thank you to everybody. And thank you to the team at the Chamber. You guys, I hope you know you're amazing. We like to tell you you're amazing, but it's not just something we say, it's something real, and we see the results with that. So thank you. All right, with that, I'd like to turn it over to our newly elected president, Marcus Campbell.
Thank you, Tracy. Appreciate all the texts that I've got and all the comments in the comment board. I've been lucky enough to sit on the board with 4 presidents. So Perry and Aaron and Sarah and Tracy. So I've got some big shoes to fill, and I've had great examples to lean on. You know, I've gone between nervous excitement and scared excitement as to what I'm about to jump into. But, you know, over the last couple of days, it's kind of really started to sink in a little bit, and we've done some things. Got to spend some time with Lisa yesterday, and had some conversations with past presidents over the last couple of days that have kind of helped settle the nerves a little bit. And I'm excited about where we're headed. I know that it's been a challenging 8 months, and it's scary for a lot of people. But, you know, and I said this in my video, that I'm really proud of the city that we live in. I'm a huge advocate for our city, and you know, I've got kids and a family and a business and a new business that we just took on, and And I truly mean this from the bottom of my heart, that I cannot imagine a better place to be going through this in. You know, I've got family in Saskatoon and in Calgary, and it's a different scenario than what we're going through in Medicine Hat. And, you know, I've been trying to figure out, or trying to put my finger on what my presidency is going to look like. And, you know, I go back and forth as to what I think it's going to look like and what I hope it's going to look like. And today, I think where I hope things go is that we get back to a little bit of sense of normal. I love to interact with people one-on-one. This platform is difficult for me. I'm a big guy and I like to hug people and grab a hold of people. And I hope that in the new year, we get back to that. You know, positivity, it's sometimes tough in this pandemic to be positive. And I know that there's lots of people out there that are struggling. And I'm hoping that the Chamber can be a voice for positivity, and that we can continue to uplift people, uplift businesses, support our local economy. You know, and I'm excited about looking at our city, not just the boundaries that encompass our city, but Cypress County and Red Cliff and Dunmore, and starting to look, you know, a little more focus on our region, because what's good for Cypress County is good for the city of Medicine Hat, and what's good for the city of Medicine Hat is good for Cypress County. So I'm excited about that. I'm also excited about where the city's going with the accelerated financially fit. I think that's a good direction. And I know that if I don't have the answer, I got a good team of people that can help me find that answer. You know, Scott mentioned the emphasis on the ag. I think that's a really, really important initiative for us to keep advocating on. You know, and I'm excited to get to know Scott and Trevor a lot better over the coming year, as well as the rest of the board. So thanks again very much. I really appreciate all the kind words, and I look forward to what the year brings. So with that, I'd now like to ask our first Vice President, Scott Lair, and second Vice President, Trevor Anhel, to assist with recognizing some member anniversaries.
Sure. Thanks, Marcus. Congratulations, and looking forward to this next year working with you and seeing what we can do. This part of the evening is the part that we'd like to recognize all of our members that are celebrating membership anniversaries and milestones. The Chamber continually works to expand services, opportunities, and benefits for the local business community, and these initiatives wouldn't be possible without your participation as members. Today, we, the Board of Directors, along with the staff, would like to formally say thank you for your membership, your insight, and your support over the years. We have an impressive list of members celebrating milestones this year, with members in categories from 5 years all the way up to 100+ years. This year, the Chamber of Commerce is honoring members who are celebrating their milestone anniversaries during the 2020-2021 year as active members of the Chamber. We are truly grateful to these companies who have stood behind the Chamber for so many years and recognize their financial contributions, and most importantly, the longevity of their business. You will see a slideshow of businesses who have already been provided their membership certificates and plaques leading up to this event. And so I will turn it over to Trevor Anhel, second Vice President and Chair of our Community Connections Committee, to recognize our members.
Thank you, Scott. We'll start with the businesses that are celebrating their 10-year anniversary with the Chamber. So congratulations on 10 years. Bauer Farm and Ranch, Being Human Services, Rivers Plumbing and Co., The Bolt Guys Wholesale, Cameron J. Kemp Law Office, College Child Care Society of Medicine Hat, Hebert Cabinets and Fine Woodworks, KP Pest Control Limited, Jazz Fest, Medicine Hat Jazz Society, Methanex, Outer Sanctuary Landscapes Inc., Picture Perfect Lawn Care, Positive Life Concepts and Action Coach Medicine Hat, Rail Pro, Safety Buzz Campus, Tommy Gunn's Original Barbershop, and last for 10 years, Tony Romas. Congratulations and thank you for 10 years. And now we'll move on to the members who've been with us for 20 years. A&W Dunmore Road, A&W Redcliffe Drive, Leon's, Medicine Hat Nissan, Palliser Orthotic and Prosthetic Clinic, Kinetic Target Systems, Sunlight Financial, the Town of Redcliffe, Wood Visions, and WSP Inc. Congrats and thank you for 20 years. Now we'll move over to the members who've been with us for 30 years. DOS Developers, you can see Dave agreed to the picture. Thanks for that, Dave. Del Rossi Menswear, Keyway Security Locksmiths, another picture, and Bruce Rieger. Thank you and congrats on 30 years. We have two members celebrating 40 years of membership with the Chamber. Ben's Office Machines and Rosette by Reed. Congrats and thank you for 40 years. We have one member celebrating 50 years membership with the Chamber of Medicine Hat. Medicine Hat Monumental Company. Congrats and thanks for 50 years. And one member celebrating 60 years of membership with our Chamber. It's Scotiabank. And there's Nicole Patuli with Scotiabank. Congrats on 60 years. We have one member celebrating 70 years of membership with the Chamber. Mckenzie Drugs. Congrats on 70 years and thank you. And we have one company celebrating the centennial milestone this year. It is the Royal Bank of Canada, main branch. And we'd also like to recognize the Chamber's longest standing members. These businesses have had continuous membership with the Chamber for more than 90 years. And they are honorable mentions. TD Downtown, 97 years. Bank of Montreal, also 97 years. And the Medicine Hat News, 118 years. Wow. Thank you and congratulations on your membership. And thank you to each of you for your support over the last few decades. We value the contribution of not only our long-term members, but all of our members for their continued support and involvement. I will now pass the meeting back over to our president, Marcus Campbell.
Thanks, Trevor. Great job, bud. So our board of directors and the ongoing success of the Chamber depends upon the active participation and engagement of its board and our members. We are pleased to have an active board for the upcoming year, but we're also saddened to see one of our directors who's moved on. Tammy Sweeney, she served on our board last year and moved to Saskatoon, great city. She took a position as the COO of TCU Place. We wish her all the best and thank her for her service on our board. I think we got a video. Is there a video? Okay, there's a video.
Perhaps, Marcus, you could just entertain us while we're waiting. Do a little bit.
Oh, here we go. Saved by the bell.
Hey everyone, thank you for allowing me to have a small part in your AGM. Serving on the board for the Medicine Hat and District Chamber of Commerce was definitely one of the highlights for my time in Medicine Hat. I wanted to join the board to be able to support and champion local businesses because they truly are the heart of the city in Medicine Hat. Plus, I had a bit of a difficult day job, and connecting with as many people as possible really allowed me to tune into what was most important for the city and for the people in the city. Some of the highlights for me in the magical moments, definitely the trade shows. I loved interacting with people face to face. I loved seeing their products. I loved seeing how excited they were. And I loved being able to support them with a little bit of retail therapy. Also, the ribbon cuttings. May seem silly, but just playing a small part in supporting somebody as they're realizing their dream made it all worthwhile for me. I was sad to leave Medicine Hat and sad to leave the board, but really fully believe that we are called to be in the place where we're supposed to be, leaving a vacancy for somebody who's supposed to fill it. So Medicine Hat Chamber of Commerce, you did an incredible job this year supporting and being there for those businesses that were struggling through COVID. I couldn't be prouder to have been part of an organization that served the community so well. So thank you for my time. Thank you for the experience of a lifetime being part of the board and part of the community. In a very special way, you made my time in Medicine Hat that much better. Have a great evening and a great year.
Tammy was awesome. She was, you know, as you can see from her video, she was very well spoken and a great a board member, and we were sad to see her go. It takes an entire board of directors to successfully govern a body like the Chamber of Commerce. And we are grateful for your contributions to our organization. If you are a past director with the Chamber and have not received your Chamber lapel pin, please contact the Chamber office and we'll provide you with a pin. Those are big deals. And they're held really closely under Lisa's watch. So if you haven't got your pin, make sure you go get one. Thank you as well to some of our past directors joining us tonight, including Don Cameron, Ryan Dorton, Amy Zuck, and Wes Patterson. If you're curious about what it takes to become a board member, please reach out to any one of us on the executive or just shoot the office an email. At this time, we'd like to recognize Tracy for her term as president this past year, as well as her service in the chamber since 2016. She's pretty tough to beat. I think we got a lovely video that's going to play. Oh, look at how good they look.
I'm Tracy Olett. I am the outgoing chair for the Medicine Hat and District Chamber. Originally, I wanted to join the board so I could be more involved in the advocacy and policy. I had worked with some government agencies and on some projects and understood some of the complexities and also some of the perseverance you need when working with government. I didn't fully appreciate what our chamber and the network of chambers across the country were doing for our members. Being through the policy debates and hearing all sides of complex issues gave me such confidence of what we were doing matters and that it made a difference. And while in some cases I have seen issues debated to death and over multiple days, I also got a front row seat when strong directives were needed to set the course during a worldwide pandemic. I know many of us will remember the first days that our community was impacted by COVID. I may have talked with you around that time. I may have cried with you around that time. It was trying, and we had little to no information. If it had not been for the Chamber and then their network, I know we would not have rallied like we did as a community. I know we wouldn't have had the ability to get answers to our community and to our members. We would have not had the network to highlight the gaps and communicate those gaps to government so they could pivot and get the help that they needed. COVID, while unwelcome, really highlighted all the ways the Chamber is amazing. We are good at helping our members and communicating with government, but in those days we got to do it at a speed we didn't know was possible. Our pillars of connecting, supporting, and influencing were on full display through this. Not only were our members grateful, but the governments were too. They wanted to, they needed to help us, and they needed networks like the Chamber to help them in doing that. We saw that at every level of government. Overall, my experience with the Chamber instilled its importance at home and across the nation. We have a great team, and I know they will continue to achieve great things.
Thanks, Trace. It was a great video. It looked like you needed like a cup of tea or something, because you look like you're a little under the weather when that was filmed. Good to see you doing much better, by the way. On behalf of the board and Lisa and her staff, Tracy's been provided with a plaque recognizing her years on the board. Have you gotten that plaque yet? No, it's pretty fancy. It is. I got to see it. And of course, this AGM, Sarah Mckenzie completes her year as past president, which we're, you know, I wish we could kind of create an additional role so she could stick around because she's been super influential. So we thank her for her service to this organization for 5 years. Since 2015, she's been a key part. And now we're going to watch her video.
Sarah Mckenzie, past president, Medicine Hat District Chamber of Commerce. That's the last time I will be using that mouthful, as I have just completed my 5-year term on the board. I started as a director and worked my way through executive. It has been an incredibly rewarding experience, and I've truly enjoyed being at the table for so many initiatives that our chamber was a part of. I think our Vote Prosperity campaign that we launched during our last provincial election was a really key part to the election. I think being able to lobby the various political parties for what's best, not just for our business community, but also for our own communities, I think is a powerful tool. The policies that I've seen come across the table since I've been on the board, it's truly a grassroots organization, and I think it's really rewarding to have seen something like the child advocacy policy start, you know, at the business advocacy table and move all the way through to now being marked as a success, because we'll be seeing a child advocacy center in our community in the next little while here. So those are some really key takeaways for me. I've really enjoyed working with the diverse group of people, having the opportunity to build friendships, to learn and to grow. I think how our chamber was quick to jump in when COVID hit was truly amazing. You really had the right people at the right table at the right time. I think having Tracy Olett at the helm during that, with her experience in finance and how she was able to truly help businesses navigate the various programs that the government offered for support, and how our community truly all works together. I think, you know, all the stakeholders came together and they responded And you can see here in our community how we're doing a little bit better maybe than others, even though it's not always great. Medicine Hat truly is unique, and we are so resilient, which is amazing. So I feel very privileged to have had the opportunity to have a seat at the table for a few of these things and be a small player in this. So if you've ever thought about joining the Chamber Board, I highly recommend it. If you were concerned that maybe it wasn't for you, connect with me, because I think that's exactly what makes some people the right people for this board. Is you just, all the different background of different experiences, opinions. I think that's what makes a healthy board, and I think that's why I've really enjoyed my time on the board. So I'm going to miss serving with some of these people. It's been a great pleasure to work with Lisa, to be part of receiving some of the biggest awards that a chamber can receive over the last few years. I think that speaks to how hardworking this group of individuals are. So take care, everyone.
Thank you, Sarah. You know, Tracy and Sarah, both two of the smartest people that I've gotten to know over the last couple of years, and you know, they've done a great job of helping shape the future of this board. So really sad to see Sarah leaving. Tracy, we get to hold on to you for one more year. So congratulations to both of you guys. Tracy is joining the company of Sarah and a long legacy of great leaders. We are fortunate to have followed in the footsteps of many outstanding individuals before us, and we would like to recognize our past presidents who are in attendance tonight for their service to the Chamber. We have a list up, so you can see a list of past presidents recognized on our annual report pages on our website. Thank you to all our past presidents who are attending virtually today. If you're a past president, we invite you to unmute your mic and introduce yourselves so that you can be recognized. Aaron, the unmute button is just to the left of your screen. Aaron?
Hi, my name is Aaron Fleming, and I'm a past president. Is that what you wanted me to do, Marcus?
That's it, buddy. That's exactly it. Thank you. Sorry, I only got so many. Is that everybody? We appreciate each of you, your time, your dedication. And Aaron, you know, I remember that phone call we had when I was thinking about joining the board. I think you were driving and I was driving, and it was a great conversation. So thank you to you for that gentle sales pitch and push. Thanks, Aaron. We appreciate each of you and your time, dedication, and commitment to this community. You've paved a very solid road and a solid foundation for future directors to travel, and for that we are truly grateful. I'd like to thank all the staff, Lisa, Executive Director, Chantel Legault, our Trade Show Manager, Chantel Fisher, the Membership Guru, Caitlin Lang, the Policy Guru, and who writes wonderful, wonderful media content for us. Truly amazing. Kristen Walsh, our events coordinator. She's putting together this event tonight. Catherine Tingley, the administrative coordinator. We're also super thankful for Hannah Dupuis, Morgan Elmans, and Kate Mulder for helping us out during this past year. And a special thank you to Hannah, so integral in our communications during COVID. So thank you. One of my goals this year is for more interaction between the board and the staff, because the staff truly are, you know, the workers behind the scenes. We get to sit here and take all the glory, but none of this would happen without Lisa and her staff. So thank you to each of you for your contributions and commitment to this wonderful organization. And 6 minutes ahead of schedule. Great job, everybody. I wish to adjourn the 2020 Chamber of Commerce AGM. And then I think we've got some events. Oh, pardon me. So meetings closed, upcoming events. Midnight Madness tomorrow night, mini market at the Chamber office. I know the emails were coming out, so this is a new event for us. So we're excited to be part of the signature downtown event. Social distancing and masks, please. But we're excited to see everybody come out and take advantage of that. We'd also like to remind everybody that the State of the City will be held in January. Keep an eye on your emails. We're not sure what this format's going to look like yet, but keep your eyes open. And with that, that concludes our AGM, and we wish everybody a wonderful holiday season. Be safe, hug your loved ones, and hope for the best in 2021. It's going to be a good year. I can feel it. Thank you, everybody, for joining.